Continuing with the I spy with my little I, self-induced stress. Point number 2 is we often experience self-induced stress when we attach regret statements to our accomplishments. For example, how many times have you engaged in an activity or task, especially those that you may have put off for a long time or a significant amount of time, and then said, dang, I should have done this a long time ago. I don't know why I put that off. Now, it is very possible that you are thinking to yourself, well, if I acknowledge that I should have done this a long time ago, then I would not procrastinate again. However, that's not true because you are rewarding your good behavior of engaging in the task that you procrastinated about. You are rewarding that by scolding yourself. And so, because we know we do things to get pleasure and we do things to avoid pain, that is the way human behavior operates. I'm going to do all I can to get a reward, and I'm going to do all I can to avoid a punishment. And so if you say to yourself after you have cleaned out your closet or finally taken those clothes to the Goodwill or finally rearranged the toys in your children's room, or you went to the doctor, or whatever it is you've been procrastinating on, that when you engage in that behavior, you initially felt a sense of relief, like, whoo, I am so glad I did this. But then you come back with, dang, I should have done this a long time ago. The last thing you've done now is you punished yourself. So the next time it comes up, you won't remember the good feeling you had. All you will remember is the punishment. So don't do that. Another thing we'll do in this capacity is we'll say, oh, shoot, I took a chance on something to try to learn something new or to do something new or to investigate something I had been thinking about. And maybe it didn't go as you had planned, or maybe you didn't even like it, or maybe it was an abject failure or loss. And then we say, shoot, I never should have done that. Well, no, because again, instead of rewarding yourself for taking a chance, and we know we have to take a chance in order to come out of our comfort zone, in order to learn and grow, because yes, as humans, if you're alive, you're either growing or you're dying. So we want to grow. However, if you do something new, for example, bake a cake, I want to try a dish and it comes out horrible, or bake a cake and it falls flat and it isn't even good, or go to an event that's completely overpriced and wasn't even worth my time. And if I tell myself, oh, I never shouldn't have done that, then again, you're punishing yourself for doing something new, which you're going to have to continue to do if you're going to grow. And so if you punish yourself for doing something new, then you're likely not to do something new again, or you're likely to overthink the next time, all of which are going to cause you a ton of stress. So believing that, hey, I took a chance, and even going into it, I'm taking a chance. This may not work anything like I think it's going to work, but at least I will have the data. I'm going to investigate it. I'm going to try it out. That will give you the test or the leveling of your expectations, number one. And number two, regardless of however it turns out, then you don't have to scold yourself for trying it. You can say, okay, well, I know how that works now, or I know how this particular instance of this particular thing works. And either I'll try it again, this particular thing, or I won't try this particular thing, but I won't generalize any negative experience of this particular experience to every other new experience that I may or may not have. And so don't beat yourself up for doing new things. Praise yourself for doing that and take the lesson. And then finally, when we say, I should not do. So I should have done something, or I did something differently that was different and it was a disaster. And so I won't ever do anything new again, or I won't ever do anything like that again. Again, you're stressing yourself because you don't know what opportunities that are going to come along in the future that's going to help, that you will actually like, and maybe even the exact same event or behavior or new thing that you engage in this time, you actually might like it under different circumstances a different time. So again, boxing yourself in, beating yourself up for trying something new or trying something different or something new in a different capacity is not the way to do that. So again, speak kindly to yourself. Hey, we tried it. We're going to try it. If it doesn't turn out the way I thought it was going to turn out, then that's fine. I can decide to do it again. And then I can also, or not, or I can also hold my judgment and say, okay, I'm going to try it again, but in a different circumstance. So allowing yourself the room to do new things, to make mistakes, and really to not judge yourself, but to engage in celebration of yourself for doing the things for executing your plans, whether there was some procrastination, whether there was some unexpected outcome, whether there was some undesirable outcome. Saying to yourself, that's totally fine. And we'll make a decision about how we react to the same or different circumstances another time. So, self-induced stress comes from having unrealistic expectations of ourselves and our behavior, which means that we can stop having unrealistic expectations of ourselves and our behavior.